Hi guys, welcome back to another Shaun TheBoufflant video. Hope you've all been well. Just going to turn that chat down a bit. There we go. And if you're watching as a recently uploaded video on YouTube, don't forget to drop a like on the channel, on the video even, and subscribe to the channel. It's all appreciated, it all helps me make better content in the long run. Become a better content creator and such. So today we are doing a live stream that focuses on allowing people to engage the streamer in battles, and if you do beat me on stream, then you will earn yourself a pack of either Darkness Blaze or 2 packs of Rebel Clash. Alongside that, we're also just going to check out meta-relevant decks and stuff like that. So these are the ones that we're going to check out today. And we are going to start with Mad Party, being a nice one-prize deck. For anyone that turns up as well, if you have a deck suggestion that you'd like me to make on stream as well, I'd be happy to do that. And then if you've got the same deck, I'm happy to have a mirror match with said deck. Can't tell if I'm going first or second. This is an awful hand. But we have things to do if our opponent can't attack us on the second turn of the game. But if this is ADPZ, it's very likely that they find themselves a Duraludon, a way to retreat and pass. But it's not Duraludon. And the top deck of the Dedenne makes everything that much better. So I don't think there's any need to do anything else here. It's very unlikely that we'll retreat anyway. It just prevents the secondary effect of full metal wall happening. I imagine we'll see a lot of this deck now, as it did just win the Players' Cup, the Lucario Melmetal version of the Zacian deck. I don't think this deck plays enough bosses to be able to take advantage too much. And we will get one of these, get this out. We've prized quite a few Mad Partiers, it seems, on Mr. Rhyme. And we will get down another Sinisty. I mean, we could even Duskull. Might be worth Duskulling to see just how much damage we're doing at the moment. 80, 21, 40. So we're doing 110. I think we'll go in for big damage next turn. So yeah, the Sinisty is better here. And I guess we'll hit for 110. I fully expect as well to be streaming tomorrow. I was meant to be streaming a little bit later today. I was meant to be starting at 8 until 10. And it's not going very well for my opponent. So we'll do this. And all of our 6 prizes are on the board anyway, so it doesn't matter if I knock this out or not. So I may as well. So we'll T-break a bunny. Hapu, because I don't want to T-break another bunny. We'll keep that bunny. And we'll keep the energy, because we have enough draw support outs now. In the Synesthesia. So, and it's very unlikely that it'll drop a reset stamp right now anyway. Another Mr. Rhyme's good to see. And we do also play 2 rows of tower in the deck for when we do eventually get reset stamped. It's another Intrepid Sword. And my opponent still hasn't full walled yet. So, how much damage are we hitting for? There's 140 there. T-break, Mr. Rhyme. We've already lost 1 bunny. But I suppose we have enough attackers to probably last us the game. So we can afford to lose another one. And we'll Hapu. And we will keep the triple. And Synesthesia, I think. Because it allows us to set up another attacker. Providing, yeah, we haven't gone through any other poltergeist so far. I think we do have one in the prizes. So we're going to use this poltergeist to attack with, because it allows us to free retreat with the air balloon. So even if he full metal walls me, I'm not in too particularly a bad position. We're down 3 energy out of the 7 that we play. So we kill this, and that's game. And when he sees this triple energy drop now, he'll probably be very understanding that that's pretty much the end of the game. So I'm going to put this in play now, expecting a reset stamp. I don't think we've got any other things to fin through. So we're going to use these now. Yeah, just blitz through all those useless cards. And Mad Party for knockout. That's another poltergeist. Putting Rose Tower in play could have helped my opponent, but live fast and furious, I suppose. So I assume my opponent's just going to do another Intrepid Sword here. And I'm pretty sure that's the end of the game. With T-break, tea break, and we got the and we had the U-turn board in deck as well. So very decisive game from Mad Party. Mad Party being not that good against ADP, but ADP lost favour after the Lucamalization deck took the Player's Cup by storm. So that has sort of paved the path to allow additional decks to do good again, thankfully. So I am waiting for people to come to the stream, and whilst I do, we will have one more Mad Party session, and then we'll be moving on to Inteleon, which I'll open up the deck list for and stuff. And I'll show you the deck list on this after this game as well. So particularly want to go first wherever I can with this deck, although it's not an amazing opening hand by any means. I want to keep these bunnies around and just set up a bunch of attackers, I think. And well, suppose we're not in any rush. I'd rather just get some Sinistes down. And I don't mind losing my researchers in a deck where you have a draw supporter built in, but in this case, just going to go for the Crobat. And I think that's a big ol' pass. It's quite an unfortunate draw, to be fair, but no matter. So we're doing 40 damage at the moment, and we need 4 more just to get a knockout on these baby Volcanions. Not seen a Greens Charizard deck in a long time. I seen this on someone's channel recently. Can't remember whose channel it was. I think it was Rare Candies. But I'm not sure exactly what I want to do here. I'm probably gonna Hapu and then Dede change. So keep this, no, keep this, and this. Oh, it didn't really matter. We are unfortunately losing 2 of our energies. But with any luck, there's a Poltergeist. We're not going to do the other Great Ball yet. We're going to T-break this way, seeing as how we've got another T-break target. So I want to get closer to the second Poltergeist, which we do. So now we Great Ball, grab the Dene, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Put this here. So you break this. And I'm hoping that's enough. Yes. 160. So I'll be doing 180 next turn when he takes a knockout on the Benelby. And we have the return energy for knockout. He's probably going to get a great catcher here. In case you're wondering what I'm munching, these bad boys, because these are delicious. I think the Torkoal deck is particularly good against other V and V Max decks, and not particularly this one. Well, other than Inteleon, which has a built-in energy acceleration in the Frostmouth. So he is going to make it difficult for me, which is fine. But we do have a boss in hand, and he's about to put our damage output up to 180. He lost himself a half. So for this, do we have a... So we've prized a Poltergeist, which is fine. Put that down. Nothing else there. We'll go here, here, here. Get this in. Raise for 2. And then T-break. So this is 200, and we need one more. Which we do not find, unfortunately. It's a bit annoying. I think it would be better to offer him... U-turn board's gone. Maybe we should have kept U-turn board. Better to offer him one of these. And if he retreats, he retreats. But not particularly any matter. Crushing hammers for days. So we're now doing 200. And we will reset stamp. And because we don't want to deck out, we're going to have to Dene instead, unfortunately. So we're doing 220 now. I just don't think this is a match we can win. This deck that I'm against is a little bit too tanky, surprisingly. Probably shouldn't have discarded that Benelby either. Now I've realised I need to play one tool scrapper just because of silly decks like this. Because if we don't get the poltergeist off the prizes, then we just outright lose. So we're gonna discard this just to keep our deck as thin as possible, and we will because if he Marnies me and his card left in deck, it's very unlikely that he's gonna Marnie, but so poltergeist or scoop. Scoop it is. That's annoying, but what can you do? I played a little bit too aggressively in that match. Hey Karen, sorry, I can't look at both things. I can't look at the stream because I've only got one screen. I can't look at the stream and play games at the same time. But hey, how are you doing? Do you want another battle today? And if you do, we will. We can have another game of Expanded if you wish, or we can just play Standard. Whichever you prefer, mate. You choose. Expanded then. Okie doke. Yeah, as you're aware, Kieran, the pressure is on, because if you do beat me, then you will have yourself a pack. So, what do we want to go with this time? Let's go with this. I've got to say, Karen, if you haven't tried it yourself yet, Toxtricity is really good and Expanded. So, we need where is he? This. I suppose we'll put this here. And I think that's a big old pass. Yep, we'll leave it there for now. If you go over to two over the top of this deck, it just kind of it gets a bit self-destructive. Yep, that's why I didn't play the Dana and stuff. I had a feeling I might be playing this. So, we have a Dimension Valley mirror match of sorts. Don't know why I did that. We'll drop some damage here and here. And we'll put this here. We'll go for this. And all we realistically need to find ourselves is a sky pillar. Not a sky pillar, sorry. A battle compressor. I don't know why I said sky pillar. And I didn't find anything good, so I've just got hands jammed up with nonsense. So I think we'll take this time to sky return and just put this in the active. This is Karen's redemption match, as we played the last time on stream, which got uploaded as one of my videos that's now on my channel. So if you want to go and check that out, we played. I can't remember what Karen was playing. I was playing the Snorlax G-Max deck. So we finally get some things in play. So we'll get rid of this, this and this. Go here. And put damage here and here. And we'll clear up some of this bench a bit, because it is way overcrowded up in here. We get perfect knockout on that thing, which is good. So I'm very much expecting to see an N here at some point. Okie doke, spit shot on that thing, which is totally fine, because we have the potential to win this turn, which we do with the top deck of the... well, I misclicked massively, so now because of that misclick... Oh no, it's okay, we can always just bench it. I don't know why I'm doing that. But yeah, basically, I forgot that Mewtwo can leave a thing on the bench. But yeah, so it's just Black Ray clearing up the Shamans. Unfortunately for him, he couldn't find enough of his scoop up nets to prevent that from happening. And we'll move on to game 2. But yeah, all I needed to find that turn was I was planning on researching and hopefully finding one of my other battle compressors. So send him the thing. Where is it? Where's my deck gone? There it is. And time for game 2. Last time we had me and Kieran faced off. We ended up playing the full best of 3. He beat me in game 2, and I got me in back in game 3 again. So we can see if it goes the same way this time. I'll ask him if he wants to go first or second. Okie doke. And this is a pretty awful hand, but at least we have compressor and some other stuff. We're also losing an energy, which I'm not a fan of, but what can you do? So we need that, and possibly that. Why is the timer doing that to me? Possibly this, actually. We'll stick this here. And yeah, we're just going to dead change. It's not really as much we could do with that hand, really. I know. I shouldn't have put... damn it. Yeah, I shouldn't have put that Drachi in play. And that's probably going to be the reason that I lose this game now. Very, very likely that that's the reason. Nice rainbow rare version. Just to put my one to shame. Puts my shamans to shame as well. Cheers, Jeff. It's really sugary, that. Does my opponent have the switch? I'm going to get damage put on all of these, as you'll see in a minute. So there goes Drachi. Which is reasonable. So, what do we need to do? We can get these damage here and here, because he'll need enough scoop up nets to get them all out of play. I'm going to scoop up net this. We're going to get this down. Get ourselves a Mewtwo. And I think we'll get rid of this and this. to go for a Shaman, because we need to dig as hard as possible, basically. But yeah, I'm most certain that we've lost this one. Just to put in that Jirachi down way too early. We'll put this, and this in play. I think, yep. So we currently need an energy and a way to retrieve Sarge Ramper, which just isn't happening, unfortunately. So we'll lose this and this because it's another attacker. Suppose for Shaman, because we still need to dig some more. Cannot get an energy for the life of me, apparently. So we're going to thin out some cards that aren't going to help us, and we will Colorus, I think. Yep. Colorus for 8. There's no Colorus for 16 in the days of the Mega Ray, boys. Does my opponent have Gossamer in the discard? He does. To win this, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. Not entirely sure. Well, I definitely misplayed that because I should have retreated and Shaman and scoop up that dirt and put it back down. Pass. I can't believe it took us that long to find an energy. It's just too late. So at least we're not seeing a Gosma, but he will be spit shot, I imagine. Yeah, that's totally fine. What was that he took out? Did I? So we will put this here. We will, oh, don't want to be doing that. Need to scoop up that out the active. Put this back down and play N. Can this be where we make our comeback? It's very, it's not looking likely, but put these there. And Despair Ray, clean up the bench entirely. For the whole one prize. Finds the Sycamore, and we'll see what he discards. Some training smells and such. I'm sure I should have played them just to thin cards out of his deck. I don't think there's a card that can effectively help him KO Mewtwo in this position. Oh, but there again, spit shot does hit weakness on the active. So it's either he finds the DCE or he loses. Well, he doesn't lose, sorry, but seems a very strange process of order, whatever's going on here. But it's very likely to find a DC after that. Yeah. And it'll be a game 3. Spit shot would have done it as well. I think actually I want to go second in this match. Seems like the likely thing to do. So we have a game 3 on our hands. Oh, well, I won it anyway, so nope. There's our good boy Necrozma. Right, so put this here, play this and this. I think we'll go Shaman. Start on our digging process. I forgot to check if we've got Jirachi in the deck, but at least we have the energy. So let's go this. Let's get rid of this and this. For another Shaman, do we? Yes. And we'll Shaman again. And I think it's looking like a Colrus. Because we really need to find Dimension Valley here. So we're well on our way to making that happen. Put this and this in there, I'm pretty sure. Can find an Ultra Ball or a Quick Ball. We find both. So we'll do this for nothing. And really, if we can't find a dimension value after all this, then there's not really anything we can really do about that. Wow. So, we're about to go 3 prices down. Cheers, dimension values. Probably want that in the discard as well. Or just the other compressor, actually. Which appears to be pretty useless at this point. What attacks do we actually have? Well, we can at least take out the Mew, which is something, I guess. So that forces him now to find another Mew, find another DCE, and another way, and a way to retreat, which he's obviously got the scoop up nets for, hence why he's promoted the Shaman. There's number 1. There's number 2. And is he going to find a battle compressor? Nope. Does he have everything? He definitely has knockout on this, regardless. We have quite a lot of things ourselves. So I think I'll be using this. Next top deck, Dimension Valley, of course. So we need to run him 3, which we did not put the N in the discard, because I'm clever like that. Yeah, we do at least find the things to get this out the active. And there's no way you can take 3 prizes, I don't think. Unless he finds double. So, yeah, it's Sky Return time. Oh. It's about the only thing that was worth doing then. So he's going to take out my Tadane. Yep. That is fine. Oh, we took out the Shaman for whatever reason. Okay. I don't particularly agree with that. We'll get rid of one of the dimension volleys. We will search our deck for a supporter. Play N. Give it here. and any of our opponents won. Yes. I still have outs to clean this up. There's one of them. So we need to find a floatstone or a scoop up net. Of course, we can't find either. So in a 39 card deck or 40 card deck, can he top deck out of an N to 1? Of course he can. Just so you check, Kieran, I have sent you a message. Okay, fair enough. So it's 1-1 in the best of threes between me and the newest arrival appears of Kieran. I also forgot to show off the Mad Hatters deck, so I will do that now. Just send him a quick message. 40 card deck, gets a quick ball. It happens to everyone. So that's the best thing about quick ball, is that N to 1 isn't a thing anymore. So firstly, we're going to show off our Mad Hatters deck list, which is here. So this is the deck I'm running. I absolutely always prize a ton of Mad Partiers and never get enough damage going quick enough. But again, just look at the game and the RNG, I suppose. There's nothing I could do that I feel would make this deck any more consistent, other than perhaps running some of the things that I've seen people running recently, like electromagnetic radar to find the DNAs, and because they also discard 2 cards. That's about all I could think using, realistically. Maybe take 2 of the Great Balls out for 2 electromagnetic radars. But other than that, use Hapu in this deck because it features as a draw supporter, per se. Finding exactly 2 cards and discarding and thinning through your deck, so that's why I use Hapu. I think everything's self-explanatory. The attack itself, for those that don't know, does 20 damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile that has the Mad Party attack. So the damage scales and goes up from the amount of these and these and these and these that you actually discard. And as well, if anyone didn't notice, for those of you that have watched Alice in Wonderland, it is literally a deck based on Alice in Wonderland. I will now show the lists that I was just using against Kieran then. Oh, pressed the wrong thing. So, oh, clicked on the wrong one again, of course. Where is it? There it is. So this is the deck that I was using against Kieran just then. Prize the Jirachi both games. Clever. Game 2 and 3. But this guy I play to prevent having psychic weakness. So it's like my main help against what Kieran's playing. Other than that, it just features a whole toolbox of attackers, because your main attacker, which is Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX, allows you to use any of the attacks of Pokemon GX and EX that are on your bench or in your discard pile, so they can be in either place. Hence why when that little misclick happened with the Professor's research, when I was when I was attempting to send this guy to the discard pile, all I had to do anyway was just place him on the bench. So that's the good thing about Mew and Mewtwo, as opposed to the Memories of Dawn Mew that he was using, that the Pokemon has to be on the bench to be able to use its attacks. And that's why Battle Compressor in this deck is absolutely insane. So this Battle Compressor, run it at 4, and you search your deck for 3 cards and discard them. So you literally just send 3 cards from your deck to the discard pile, which a thin free, even though it's a neg, because it's a negative because you lose a card from your hand, the amount of draw and search power in the game Pokemon is unreal. So for those familiar to the rules of plus and negging in regards to how many cards you control or have in your possession, doesn't particularly apply to Pokemon, because it's not like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! In that aspect. Because of this being so much draw support. So yeah, it's just a toolbox of attackers, and I'll show you what each one does. This is the first one, and the one that I'm most likely to cut at some point soon, because I'm not finding much use for it. But it's mainly just to sort of stall your opponent out sometimes, because it allows you to discard a special energy from your opponent's active. And then you don't ever use Berserk, so we'll skip over that. And Big Wheel, you should never have to use it, but sometimes you get in a position where Big Wheel is useful just to get yourself into the game, because you shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 10 cards. This is for the mirror match and various other tag team decks that are running around, because, well, it's sort of self-explanatory with Jumping Balloon when they've got so much EX and GX Pokemon in play, like Shaymins and Lele's and Dedenes and things like that. The damage just stacks and stacks and stacks and keeps scaling upwards, and eventually you're just doing like a dumb amount of damage. This isn't one of the attackers, but I was using it as an attacker because Sky Return is somewhat helpful, where you can return the Pokemon and all cards attached to it to your hand. So you get to keep your Pokemon, you get to take damage off the board potentially if they haven't won it KO'd you, and you get to put something in the active that forces them to Guzma or Lysander around it, or Boss Orders, as you'd know it as nowadays in Standard. This is an also good attack against the mirror match, and Sonic Edge allows you to pass by abilities like Keldeo GX that has Pure Heart that says that Pokemon EX and GX can't attack it. So Sonic Edge passes through that and allows you to still commit that damage onto that Pokemon. It also passes through the Decidueye. It's the same sort of thing, like anything that would say that your Pokemon can't attack, or Pokemon of that nature, of EX, GX, and V nature, cannot do damage to that Pokemon. Sonic Edge just passes through that entirely. If the ability, like the Disgusting Pollen Vileplume, says that your opposing Pokemon's basic Pokemon can't attack, that's entirely different. You don't have the option to launch an attack, and therefore Sonic Edge would not help you in that aspect. But there isn't really a lot you can do against that mirror. If against that match even, if someone pulls up a Disgusting Pollen Vileplume, there's just not really a lot you can do about it. What other attackers? So Jirachi, you can use, like, if you've had a bad enough start, you can use Star Search and get yourself an energy card from your deck, and it's any energy card. It doesn't say basic, so you can attach your Aurora energies that you play in a deck. You can attach them from deck, which is good. This is mainly used for its Black Ray GX attack, as you'll have seen in the first game, where I took 2 Shaymins off his bench and claimed 4 prizes for myself. It does 100 damage to each of your opponent's EX and GX. And whilst Shaymin has 110, you put one of these in play after sending them to discard, and then bring it back onto your bench, and it places a damage counter on 2 different Pokemon, which I did to 2 different Shaymins, hence how I had enough damage with Black Ray to take them both out to win the game. One Lele, because it does have energy drive, it does have Tapu Cure, it is a GX, and it also grabs you a supporter, so it's basically multifunctional in this deck. This is your primary attacker, this is why there's 2 in the deck, because the combo is you bring back your Giratinas from your discard pile, and then you play Despair Ray to send them all back to the discard, and then next turn you can bring all the Giratinas back. And bearing in mind, every time you bring a Giratina back, it puts 2 damage counters on 2 of, well, one damage counter on 2 of different Pokemon on your opponent's bench. So you're constantly weakening their bench Pokemon whilst having a powerful attacker that is recyclable due to the effect of Giratina. And then this guy, his ability helps. He's also an evolution, so it does help you get around the Vileplume. You do have to like empty your hand to an extent where it is literally the last card in your hand. But once you've done that and you start attaching energy to it and things, you can eventually bypass the Disgusting Pollen Vileplume. It also draws you 3 cards once you do put it onto your bench as the last card. And Mistlash is also like Sonic Edge from the Altaria that just passes through effects of your opponent's Pokemon. So that's all there is for this deck, really. Bunch of supporters and stuff like that I'm pretty sure everyone's aware of. And we will go into... excuse me. We will have one match with Inteleon. Yeah, so we're going to have one match with Inteleon, and we're going to see how this plays. I've not played it in a very long time, since pretty much the start of Rebel Clash. But it has a decent place in the meta now that Pikarama's lost some traction onto the meta game. Finally, it's about time that deck died, man. I was so bored of it. So we will want to go first, because we are an evolution-based deck, and we have a god-awful hand. Not really a lot that can be done about that. And we are against Spiritomb, so... I'm thinking we're just going to have to Dead change this hand away, if I'm honest. Because we need the Snom and Inteleon. We need both, like, right now. And we don't play we don't play him in this deck like I thought we did. So, that's annoying. We'll get this into play. And attach an energy and just pass. Spiked Mouth. The good thing about Spiked Mouth in this deck is he will be damaging his own Pokemon to an extent that occasionally the max bullet attack from the Inteleon VMAX that isn't called switching for anyone that thought any different. That's a switch. So we now will have knockout on Jirachi. But as you'll see, the Jirachi is about to acquire damage. So this is why I'm not. I think this could be quite an easy matchup, but I guess we'll find out. So we finally have Snom. Better late than never. We do place scoop up nets, so we are just going to put this damage here, because it also changes the math and allows them to switch a lot less. Although if we put it here, I would have won the game. So, amazing. So we'll evolve into this, play this down, and how do you snipe? So, playing the Wondrous Labyrinth forces him to find an out to it, because none of his Pokemon can attack while Wondrous Labyrinth is in play. Which is fair enough. The immediate counter stadium. I think perhaps played a little too hastily. It might have been worth playing that when he's just about to switch into the Spiritomb. So this currently now has, what does this give it? 50. So it now has 110. If we find a quick ball, we may be in for a very quick and easy win. Has he got a scoop up net for this as well? Nope. So we go here, here, take this out, and put the, well, yeah, that was just an easy, quick concession. It was play and see what was going to happen there. Yeah, that's a very easy matchup for Inteleon. I would love to stick around further. I'm feeling a lot more tired than I thought I was going to be, so I'm going to cut the stream a little bit earlier than I thought I was going to do. I'm joining the new deck. Yes, I have been meaning to find a build for it myself. Yeah, the Mew deck that Zuku was playing before is a deck that I'm going to be testing myself, and I will also test it possibly on stream, possibly tomorrow, but I'm not entirely sure about that. So again, if you're watching this as a recorded channel, recorded video on YouTube, please drop me a like, please subscribe to the channel, it's all very helpful. And for now, we will see you until possibly tomorrow. Have fun everyone, and peace.